So, on to middle school. Was like dancing all the time. I don't know who calling me, but they're not finna be dancing. Hold on. Maybe, hold on. There might be somebody calling me for something. It's India. What she want? That wasn't the call that I thought it was. What? Yeah.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time card.
Middle school. So middle school, for the most part, is where I started to explore dance. Like explore dance, especially on YouTube. Watching people like Angel Gibbs, Isabel Capitule, who was Lil Biggs, and I didn't know that for a long time. Like I didn't know that. I was like, and it's crazy because I learned the choreography that they learned at the age that I learned. I learned from YouTube. A lot of the things I learned from YouTube, or I learned from my brother, cause like that's one person that like I feel prompted me to really like want to be better in dance, because my brother could pop lock and do all this stuff, and I'm like, oh no, you hit it, I'm gonna do it too, and then dancing with my cousins. Like we always used to like come, like when I was younger, when I would go over, it would just be me and my 2 girl cousins. We would like dance sometimes, and like just dance to music, or like whatever, like music videos that we seen, like we would learn those dances and stuff like that. And yeah, by the time I went to middle school, that kind of stopped. Then I didn't think about, yeah, by the time I went to middle school, that kind of stopped. My brother was still dancing, but of course, as being a male, people don't really accept that, even whether you're gay or not, or LGBT or whatever or not. People still have a hard time accepting that for males. I don't know why, but people do. And I feel like that's one thing my brother struggled with, and kind of like what made him stray away from it. There's probably other things that I don't know about, but yeah, my brother, I was like, oh, you not finna outdo me, like, no. So I was like, I'm finna learn that too, like, yeah. So my brother is a big inspiration, as well as my grandmother. Growing up, I had to take care of my grandmother and learn how to take care of her. So, because my grandmother didn't, she started losing her vision. So by the time that I was in 4th, 5th grade, she didn't have her vision at all, and so like she was still able to get around the house and everything, touch and feel around. But then I can't remember exactly when, but I think it was sometime in middle school. She had fell and broke her leg. So when she fell and broke her leg, she was in the healing process, but because of her other ailments at the time, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, that hindered her healing process. And so her foot, like literally from here down, I don't remember if it got infected with like gangrene or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it got infected to the point where it was like it was not healing, and they were saying we had to amputate it. So she ended up getting it amputated, and so now my grandmother is blind and has only like half her leg, and then she never really like tried to use her prosthetic and learn how to use it. So for the most part, after that, we were taking care of her. So I'm about to cry. I'm not gonna cry. So we would have to make sure that she had breakfast, that she had lunch, that she had dinner. Make sure that she got clothes to wear, and that they are picked out for her. Help her clean herself. Dump out her bowl. And when I say bowl, I mean commode. If you don't know what a camole is, you need to look it up. I'm not going to explain it. Does not only dump it out, but clean it out. Help her brush her teeth. And, you know, things like that. Make sure that her room is clean. I used to make up her bed for her all the time. And, yeah, just like, especially when it came to dialysis, make sure that she was ready for it and able to get out the door on time and everything. It did get better eventually when she did get a caretaker to come and help her prep in the morning and everything like that. Especially because I did become more busy with extracurricular activities that were not dance. But my mom always told me that my grandma used to dance, like just get up and dance and move. I don't know what type of dancing because I never got to see it, but I do know that part of my dancing comes from probably my mom's side of the family, because my dad, he can't dance. He cannot dance. He can move, like, move, but he can't dance. Like, this man could really do the stanky leg. Like, I think that's the only thing he could really do. Nice, the stanky leg. But yes, I'm not going to tell you the story about my mama said that's how she found out my daddy can't dance. So, back to my dance story. So, middle school, I was really dancing, still at home. I would set up the camera and I would dance in the kitchen. Like, there was not that much space, like, I would dance in the kitchen because that's where, like, the camera, like, was set up would be, and, like, the computer was that, so, like, near the kitchen area, so I would dance in the kitchen. Or like late at night, I would dance in the room. That was more so like in high school, because in high school, more so in high school, I danced in the room because my brother we weren't living in the same house. A lot of things going there that I'm not going to explain. But we weren't living in the same house, so it was still me and my brother's room, but we weren't. He wasn't living there, like especially during the week. So, but yes, middle school, 6th grade, I did my first talent show, like, me dancing. I did, like, I don't remember exactly what I did, but I know this was, like, when the new Pussycat Dolls, like, or they were trying to make a new group or whatever. Girlicious. Yes, Girlicious. And I danced to Like Me, and I think it was some other songs. But because I used to get my music from, what's the thing? Oh, I can't remember that thing. It's called. But they had shut down that website because, yeah. But yeah, I danced to Girlicious. That was the first time, like, everybody seen me dance, and they was like, oh my gosh, like, you're so great. Like, why don't you do this and this and that? And the real answer to that is because my parents don't really support that. They didn't really support it. And that's the real answer. And anybody that say different, that's the real answer. Because it was so easy for me to do other things like cross country and track and stay in Girl Scouts for 9 years. It was so easy for me to do those things. It was so easy for me to go out for basketball, to go out for cheerleading, it was so easy for me to do those things. But when it came to dance, it was kind of like always a blockage. But I'm thankful for the activities that I was able to do, because they did make me become a better person, as far as like persevering and learning certain things about working with the team. And it also fueled my passion for dance, because dancing was literally what I would do at home. Nobody could really see that, but I would record myself. And so I remember recording myself like for like the first time like ever. And I used to carry it around on USB. It's weird, but like I used to carry it around on a USB. And so like one day in 7th grade, we like finished the work fast. Like, you know, you one of those people that finish your work fast, so you ain't got nothing to do for the rest of the class because the teacher ain't make nothing else up. That was one of those like days. And so I was like, Mr. Wise, like, can I show you like my dancing or whatever? And like, so I showed him. This man laughed. I don't know why he laughed. I never asked why he laughed, but I just know he hurt my feelings that day. And I was like, I'm not gonna show nobody else these videos, and I never did. And I kind of wish I did, because those are some dope videos. Like, for me to be in 6th grade, 7th grade, to never been in an actual dance class, and to learn what I learned from YouTube, like, again, like I said, learning from people, like, learning or watching people like Angel Gibbs, Isabel Capitulate, KK Harris, Diamond Giselle, like, I always wanted to have been, like, Diamond Giselle, QT's ass so neat. Like, watching them gave me a lot of hope. Watching them, like, they were really, like, part of my inspiration. Not just them, but the people that were over them. So, like, choreographers like Sean Bankhead. I didn't know it at the time, but, like, I was learning from Sean Bankhead. I was like, one, like, that's crazy to me.